Well, welcome back. It is Saturday the 25th. Tomorrow is Australia Day, which is basically our July 4th. But well, actually it's Australia Day in my part of the world over there. So happy Australia Day to everybody. I want to welcome my wonderful guest, Donnell from Donnell Stitchery. I'm sure anyone that's been here for more than 20 minutes has seen her before because she's a regular guest here. But welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Donnell. If you haven't subscribed to her channel yet, please go over and take a look and see if it's something you're interested in. If you do, you know what to do. But I'm going to have Donnell just introduce herself real quick so that way you kind of know who she is if you haven't already checked out her channel.
Hey guys, Donnell with Donnell Stitchery here. So over on my channel, I go live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And so Wednesday nights, I do foundation paper piece. Saturdays, I work on various different projects and everything that I feel like working on at the time, traditional piecing or small crafts. And then Sundays, I do either hand quilting or some type of hand work, whether it be hand embroidery, hand quilting, hand sewing, something to do with a hand that doesn't involve the machines. That way they're hitting a little bit of everything I love. And
That's
then
awesome.
I also release a video every morning of a block of the week now.
That is awesome. Yeah, Donnell has so much to offer. So if you haven't checked out her channel, go over and take a look. If you like what you see, you know what to do. You hit the old subscribe button, hit the like button on each of those videos. It helps us out immensely, and also hit the notification bell. But you all know what to do anyway. Anyway, so I missed everybody last week. I had to run off and get my hair cut early. Our stylist asked us if we could come in early because she had to run up to DC and drop off her sister at the airport. And we were like, sure, no problem. Hopefully you got to check out the wonderful video I put out that showed you not how many lives I had, how many whips I had. It wasn't as many as I thought it was. Anyway, but enough about that. Let's move on to what are we going to sew today? What did you bring along to show us today and work on today, Donnell?
So I'm starting off with doing up my squirrel block because I haven't got it done yet. I'm behind. So for anyone that doesn't know, over at Handmade by Ying with Donna, her members are doing a different block every week. And see a different block every week, and we got to have it done and turned in by noon every Saturday. And this week it is the sparkling star. I can't show you under the card because that's the measurements and all, but this is what it looks like. So I got all my pieces cut out, ready to go. And then once I get that done, then I'll be working on the Donnell's Bees design that Andrea, Mama J Enterprises, designed for me. My husband and I are beekeepers, and I had a dream one night of the honeybees were like forming my initials. And I thought it was so cool. I asked Andrea if she could do it the pattern for me because I could not get it out of my head.
That is awesome, and I love that. I've seen a lot of different bee patterns. There's one on the Fab Farm by Elizabeth Hartman that I've done once already, and actually started doing again with Tammy over at the Siberian Wind, but we haven't got to the bee block yet. But that one there looks really cool, and I think it suits the initials really, really well. So that is awesome. Okay, so Zaza, I'll answer that question in just a second because I don't remember the answer. I'll have to look that one up. But yeah, that is awesome. I put Donnell's link in. Apparently, I put in Andy's link. I didn't update it this morning. The coffee has not kicked in yet, apparently. So we'll blame that. But today I am going to be working on the blueberry block from the produce section by Elizabeth Hartman. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm a little scared because there's a lot of tiny pieces and I don't do so well sometimes. Doing tiny pieces on a live will make it work. And if not, I have a cotton cuts gnome behind me that I can pull out at short notice if this all goes to hell in a handbasket. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it anyway. Okay, so the name of the pattern that we're doing. Okay, so starting not January 2nd, February 2nd. Good golly, Miss Molly, what is wrong with me this morning? See, if you're looking for perfection, I'm sorry, you have landed in the wrong spot. I hope you find what you're looking for. If you're looking for a hot mess and just some good fun or some quilty friends, welcome. I hope you enjoyed what's here. We just keep it real here. There is no edit button. There's no push. No cut, paste, or anything else like that. Anyway, so who I am is who I am. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, the name of the pattern. Okay, so starting February 2nd, which is a week from tomorrow. Good gravy. January is almost over already. I am doing a collab with Katie over at the Greenland Quilter. We'll be sewing together a pattern. It's a free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. And the name of it is, honestly, I can't remember. So what I'm going to do real quick is go over to Katie's channel real quick and grab the link to that video. And then that way you can go over and check that out real quick.
Good morning to everybody that I've missed. I see all
yes,
those
I haven't got
hellos
to
in
that
there.
yet.
Hi.
All right, copy, pasto. All right. There we go. All right, so that's the link to Katie's video. Her and I recorded a video together. I haven't put mine out yet, but this will give you an idea at least. Okay, so Star Climber is the name of the pattern. And I can grab the link. Oh, hang on. No, I just want the link. Come on, people. Okay, here we go. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. It's not been nice to me. Anyway, go over to that video and check it out. And as I said, we'll be here a week from tomorrow, 8 a.m. on a Sunday over on Katie's channel. We'll be doing that. It's going to be called Stair Climber. It's a free pattern by Fat Quarter Shop. So we're going to be making it together. And if you want to join in, that would be wonderful. All right. So I'm a hot mess, as I just said.
And I just faked that I'm not.
Sorry?
You say you're a hot mess. I go, and I just faked that I'm not.
I just admit it, like. All right. So let's see. I want to say good morning to everybody, or good afternoon, because it looks like we have at least 2 of the Nordic countries represented this afternoon. Looks like Kerry is here from Norway. I saw Christina here from Sweden earlier on. So we just need someone from Finland to pop in. So if you're watching from Finland, please say hi.
We also got Zaza here too.
Yeah, Zaza's here. We had another nice lady pop in from Ireland. Was it Sue? Hang on. She put the little Irish flags. If I scroll back up long enough. Susan Higgins is here from Ireland. So yeah, we've got all sorts of a lot of the European countries represented. We have Denmark represented upstairs sleeping. We have Germany represented upstairs sleeping. So Stephen is from Canada. We probably have some more. We have quite a few of the US states represented. I think all my Australian guests are probably asleep because it's midnight on the East Coast, or 11 p.m. and 8 p.m. on the other side of the country. So yeah, I haven't seen the Australian folks yet, but if you're watching from Australia, say hi as well. And if you're watching from another country, yeah, let me know as well. But I love all my US and Canadian people as well. But it's always fun to see people pop in and say, hey, I'm watching from such and such. I can't remember the lady's name.
It always excites me whenever I see that I try and have an international person in my chat. I'm like, ooh, I went global.
It was funny. It was my stepmom went up to visit some friends in Queensland about 6 months ago, and apparently her and her friends were talking about quilting and stuff. And her friends were saying, "Oh yeah, we watched this YouTube channel. It's this guy at sews." And she's like, she figured out who they were talking about. She's like, "You realize that's my stepson, right?"
Andrea, you're so silly. She goes, niece, you are always a hot mess. Literally, laugh out loud. I am, but y'all love me because of it.
Yeah, we do. We love each and every one of you, and I appreciate everybody that shows up. And if you ever have a question for the chat, please put it in the chat. And if I miss it, tag me. Put at the guy who sews, because that way it comes up orange. And I do miss stuff occasionally, so don't ever feel like I have missed. I'm ignoring you deliberately. I try to interact with everybody as best I can, but sometimes that chat just flies really, really quickly as well. So. Okay, so
Yep.
good morning to Miss Leanna. She says hello. Oh, I'm not here long. I have to go
Hey,
to the post
Leanna.
office. It's always good to see Leanna. We need to get Leanna back on the live here one morning. So I'll have to have a chat to her sometime and see if that's
I
possible as well.
loved her. I loved her live stream from the other morning and everything. She was rushing before work to do an emergency quilt, and that thing was coming along so cute.
Yeah, good old emergency quilts. I try to avoid those where I can, like the quilt that I made for my co-worker that retired. Well, she's retiring next week. We had the retirement party for her on Tuesday, which was good because it was right before the snowstorm. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had it this week.
It's like by the time I get up and get situated where I got everybody taken care of as far as the animals and all in the mornings during the work week, then Leanna's already off of the stream. So I always had to catch her replays. So I always pop on her replay while I'm getting logged into work and getting busy there.
Yeah, because she's always up super early. Like I think she starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you ever up on a Saturday, Sunday morning, like super early, and you want someone live, she is a good option for you. Like I thought I started off the day, but I don't. She does, but that's okay. We all have fun together. Okay, so who else is here with us? It looks like we have Dawn Stewart. Mona is here with us. Annette was our first viewer of the morning, although someone popped in right behind her, and I can't remember who it is now because again the coffee hasn't kicked in. Let's see. Judy Herbert is here. Good morning, Tasha. She says she's still laying in bed. Hey, I don't, it doesn't matter to me. A lot of people, we're on early. So I think a lot of people watch probably laying in bed, and that's perfectly fine with me. Good morning to Miss Jamie from the Quilting Compound. If you have a channel, go ahead and put your channel link in, or your command. More than happy to do it. Chloe Morgan is here with us as well. Miss Kerry, good afternoon from Norway. Let's see. We said hello to those folks. Patricia, good morning. Good morning, Miss Brenda. Barbara Kate is here with us. Good morning. Miss Andy is here as well. Teresa Lynch, it's good to see you again. Okay, Andy says the best place to be. Good morning, everybody. Well, thank you so much for that. Miss Sandy is here. I know Miss Annette was here. I think you said Annette, but she's wonderful, so we'll say hi to her twice. Charlotte. And Stephen from Blend Designs and the Idiot Quilter is here with us as well. Good morning to you. It's always fun to hang out with Mr. Stephen. And I think I caught most everybody. Susan Higgins is here. Miss Molly, Miss Polly. Oh, that was a nice rhyme. Sandy. And if I missed you, say hi and let me know because I miss Sherry. I know it's pronounced both ways, so I'm not sure which one it is. Let me know. Okay, and if I missed you, go ahead and say hi because I'm scrolling too high and I'm going to miss stuff, and I don't want that. Miss Becky, good morning to you as well. Good morning to Miss Stephanie. She says I'm here
Hey,
sewing inner
Stephanie.
borders on a baby quilt. So that is awesome.
And Leanna, I just texted it to you, sweetheart.
Okay, good morning, Miss Melling. It's good to see you as well. So you may have seen that I'm working on my Benina today, not my brother. It's has not made it to the shop yet. Well, I'm hoping to get it down there this morning so they can take a look at it and tell me if it's something they can fix or if it's time to go shopping
Oh
for a
no,
new.
what's wrong with your brother?
It died. It's I am not a mechanic. I am not a sewing machine technician, but I think one of the belts has probably got like it's slipping. That's kind of what it feels like to me. But again, I'm not a mechanic. It may be something more serious. I don't know. But we've had it for 11 years. So if it has died, then I will be very, very sad. But I will have gotten my money's worth out of it for sure. But we'll see what happens. Like it's not.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
go
if
check it
I
out.
think if my Juki ever died, like died, unfixable died, I would probably have to have a funeral ceremony for her.
Well, I've actually thought about that. Like, if there's nothing I can do for it, or it's just they told me it's $400 to fix the $80 machine, I'll be like, okay, yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's put that towards a new machine. I would like to take it apart and actually put the back half, like the back shell of it, like maybe mount it to the wall or something as like a little shrine because I like having the guy who sews sticker on it. It has it's always quilt time sticker on it from Alice in Wonderland. Like I wouldn't get like. Yeah, I'd get rid of most of it, I think, because there's no point hanging on to something that's no good. But
Yes.
it'd be nice to have a little, nice little something I can display. I think that'd be fun to have. But let's
Oh,
not
definitely
go
like a
to
little memorial of it.
exactly. We won't see. Yeah, we won't go down that road just yet. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Okay, so Miss Leanna is off to the post office. That is awesome. Chloe
Yay!
said, yeah, Chloe's here. Okay, so what have you been up to recently, Donnell? Because this is really the only chance I get to chat to half of my quilty friends sometimes.
Right? So, other than the fact of being mad at this pair of scissors, never even used before, and it won't cut my fabric.
You didn't test it before the live?
Well, I mean, it was a brand new pair of snips, and it won't cut. It's just bending the fabric.
Oh, jeez,
Like,
that's
what
not
the
good.
hoot? I've never seen a pair of scissors not cut before, especially brand new. Anyway, so I started off doing the 15 minutes a day challenge of doing the that you and Tasha are doing, where I was recording myself at least 15 or more minutes a day and posting it on my channel. Well, between that and the whole Vlogmas thing and all, I wore myself out. So
It's easy to
I
do.
yeah, I was like completely like kaput. Wound up time crashing for a few days and everything. I'm like, okay, now I just coming here doing something different every day.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'm loving the everyday challenge. For anyone that doesn't know what that is Tasha and I decided to challenge each other to do at least 15 minutes of work or 15 minutes of crafting each day in the month of January. We have both done every day. Yesterday was the first day I did not put thread, needle and fabric together. I spent most of that time cutting fabric, but that still counts, thankfully. Otherwise, I'd be sending a fat quarter in New York. But that's been a lot of fun, and I've gotten a lot done. Like I finished a block for my Toast Eater Dragon, which you'll get to see tomorrow. I have finished a horse block from the Fab Farm. I am making a good amount of progress on the caterpillar, and I'm starting this blueberry as well. So that is awesome. Okay, so Andy was saying here that her husband is really good at fixing mechanical things and I want him to learn sewing machine repair. Good retirement career. My dream is to travel. I'll teach and he can do repairs. There are there's a wonderful course that's online. It's made. It was designed by a lady named Andy and her husband. I met them last year at QuiltCon, and I was looking at their website yesterday, actually, or the other day, and I can't remember what the name of the course is. But if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will put you in touch with them because they're good friends of Russ over at Quilt Meets World. So if I can't find their name for whatever
That
reason,
is
he'll
awesome.
yeah, it's like a maintenance program. I think it was like 149, and then there's like another one that's like basic repair for like 249. And someone else was saying that I should pull the machine apart and see what it is. I tried that yesterday at lunchtime. I could get part of it undone, and then the other part wasn't kind. Sewing Doc Academy. Thank you, Stephen. That is the one I was looking for. See, I figured somebody would remember it for me. Yeah. Andy and her husband run a small business, teaching you how to do this stuff. They have support. They have email support, and it's also customized to like a lot of different machines as well. So it's not like you get, because sometimes you see these YouTube videos or tutorials on how to do stuff like repair wise, and it's not your machine. That's totally different. So yeah, it's nice that it's personalized like that. But yeah, I tried pulling it apart yesterday and I couldn't get it apart. And I was like, if I pull too hard, a piece of plastic's out of snap. So I just put it back together and yeah, we'll take it to the store and let someone that knows what the heck they're doing play with it. So there we go. All right. So Molly says, I've been doing the challenge sort of. There have been a few days where I didn't spend 15 minutes, but I made myself iron stitch or cut a piece of fabric. Now, that counted for our challenge. We said
Yes.
at the beginning that you had to do 15 minutes of crafting or something. And that could have been 15 minutes of cleaning your sewing rooms. Like if you wanted to go in and organize, that counted. If you wanted to cut fabric, that counted. If you wanted to iron your fabric or whatever, as long as you're making some sort of progress for 15 minutes or more a day, that counts. So as far as
Yeah,
I'm concerned, then this,
whether you're planning your fabrics, folding your fabrics,
yeah, whatever,
planning
as
your
long as
next
you're making,
project, some sort of
yeah,
planning.
yeah. So there you go. All right.
Yeah, because
So
one of my viewers, Melissa Feldhouse, um, which by the way, if you guys see a, name pop up that says "Runs with Quilts," that's Melissa Feldhouse. She changed her name on there, she's thinking about starting up a channel.
yeah, she's been talking about that for a while, and I think she'd do a wonderful job. She actually was on Cut and Cut's site, I don't know, a year or so ago now. Yeah, Melissa's a nice lady. I got to meet her at QuiltCon last year. I got to meet a lot of people at QuiltCon last year. So,
Yeah, she's
um,
trying to con me into going next year because next year is going to be close to you again.
yep, yep, you need
So
to
she's
go.
trying to talk me into it and everything. I'm like, I gotta wait and see. Hey, Kathy, my hobby home is in the house.
Oh, good morning, Miss Kathy. It's always good to see you. Hopefully, she has thawed out because it was quite cold down her part. I mean, I know in Michigan, like you guys experience cold stuff all
We
the time,
always
but
get cold, so it's nothing new for us. The crazy part was when we were like in the negatives the other day. I'm like, oh my god, it was so freezing.
yeah, it's been cold here too. We got what depends on what part of the city you're in, anywhere between 1 inch and 5 inches of snow, which for anyone in the metric world, that's 2.5 to about 12 centimeters of snow. And that
Yes,
was Tuesday
Andrea,
night.
pattern designing counts too because it's still creative.
Oh,
The whole
absolutely.
objective is just to do something creative every day.
Yeah. But yeah, we had that snow the other day, and I mean, yeah, you people up north are going to laugh at us, but we had no the kids didn't have school since, just because we don't have the snow plows, we don't have the infrastructure to go plow all the streets and that. So yeah, some of the roads were real icy. So I thought yesterday they'd be back, but apparently I guess the other side of the city must be still pretty bad. So
What is necktie year? What is that, Zaza?
a necktie is a tie, like a what
No,
we
I know
call a
what a
tie. Like
necktie is, but she said, Donnell, totally should go necktie year.
I
I'm
think she meant
hoping to
next
go, and
year.
my kid's going too.
I think she meant next year. It's probably just autocorrect.
Oh, okay. I was really confused. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, I never heard of that one.
Oh, Zaza's going next year. Oh, okay, yeah.
She
So
said she's
that's
hoping to.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, I'll definitely make it to Raleigh next year because it's like 2.5 hours down the road. So I'll probably go on the Saturday because that worked out nicely for me last year. So
Yeah,
there
I'm
you go.
hoping to go, but because I gotta make sure I have enough PTO time with work saved up for my very first ever in-person squirrel retreat. And that's going on in October 2025. So my PTO refills in September of every year.
Oh, okay.
So I had to make sure that when it refills, I have enough to try and take care of everything, plus try and do a vacation with the family. So I can't be too greedy of giving
Yeah.
it all um to sewing, no matter how much I would like to. But I gotta be fair
Yeah.
with the family.
You do, and that makes it hard. And that's where, like, we'll talk about this the other week, I think. Like, I am so fortunate that I have all these shows so close. Like, the Mid Atlantic show's 20 minutes up the road. Road to Virginia, that's coming in June, which I'm super excited about because it's the first time it's ever coming east of California, is 90 minutes up the road. And then Raleigh for QuiltCon every other year, it seems like, is only 2.5 hours down the road. So, like, I don't have to take time off. I can get up, you know, at the crack of dawn and, the road to
Yeah.
Virginia, no, not whichever one's down the road the furthest, and go down the road and away I go. Like, I'm very, very lucky in that respect. So, all right. Andrea says we got 3 inches down in Galveston. It's on yesterday. And ours is still like my driveway's still a hot mess. We get like an hour and a half of sunlight in the front yard in the driveway in the morning. So it's still an icy mess. But yeah, the
You didn't take a
backyard's
shovel out there?
I've already tried that. It's all ice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Kathleen says, when is the road to Virginia? It is the end. I think it's like, is it either the last weekend of June or the weekend before? It's like the second half of June. I believe the website is road2va.com. They are starting to put information out there about the dates and the times. It's the Richmond Convention Center, which is in downtown Richmond. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's all about because I've seen, the things from Road to California, which is a long established show out there, but that's way too far for me to go. And now it's coming to Richmond. I don't have to worry about it. That'll be really, really fun. So I'll be probably going up there on the Saturday. Although maybe I'll go Sunday, and that way I can still do my life. We'll have to talk about that one. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no
Anyway,
neglecting us, Sean.
I know. We'll have to see how long because the only problem is like if I did my live here at 8, left 9:30, I probably wouldn't get up there till closer to noon. So I don't know. We'll have to see. That's the beauty of the show in Hampton, the Mid-Atlantic one that's next month, is it doesn't open until 10. And I can do my live here at 9:30, jump in the car, and I can be there right after everybody, right after opening. So that one is sweet. Like I don't have to neglect anybody there. Okay, Ange, it's good afternoon. It's good to see you. She is asking why I am using my bonita, and that is a good question. And we were talking about this a few moments ago. The brother has decided to quit working. It is not well. So hopefully we'll get it to a shop this morning so they can take a look at it and see, what's wrong with it and if it's possible to fix it. We've had it for 11 years. I am hoping they say, it's a belt or something simple that they can replace and, charge me a little bit of money and send me on my merry way. And if not, then we may have to look at some new machines. I have been looking at some different options, but I just don't know yet. And I'm in no rush. This bonita works quite well. So I can use this in the short term and we'll go from there. So there you go. I am working on the little blueberries this morning.
I am working on the sparkling star, which is this right here. And if you're curious of what box it's in, it is in box number 1, the blue box, the quilt builder card deck. And I'm doing the 8-inch one. So right now I am trying stitching up some tiny little pieces.
Yeah, mine these are 1-inch squares, and I forget how big this piece was, but I'm making flying geese. I think it's like maybe, hang on, I've got a ruler here. 1.5 by 1 is going to be the total size of this flying goose or flying geese, whatever. So yeah, tiny, tiny, tiny. Good morning, Miss Susan. It's good to see you.
Susan,
Always good to see Miss Susan. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay, so Andrea said she's lived there since 2008, only the third time they had snow. Yeah, you guys don't get snow down there very often. We haven't had a lot of snow here in the last couple of years, so.
Yeah, my brother Daniel, he lives in Tennessee, and he gets all excited anytime that he hears anything about snow because he's got a snowmobile.
Oh, okay.
Why he bought a snowmobile in Tennessee, I had no idea because they barely ever have snow. Wishful thinking, the boys' toys, I guess, but
Yeah, I wouldn't
Melanie
be buying.
says you got a haircut and it looks good.
Yes, that's why I didn't have a live last week. I had to go get my hair cut early. So yeah, and my stylist
is Melanie.
My stylist is amazing. She always does a wonderful job. My Amanda and I actually had the same stylist. Because you think a man's haircut would be easy and anybody can do it, but no, I struggled for years to find someone I liked over here. I had the same stylist in Australia since I was about the age of 9. I loved her. She was amazing. I followed her to whichever salon she went to over the years. I even asked her if she's willing to move to America, and she's like, no, sorry. So But no, she was really good, and it's nice to have someone that you like. So
Oh,
there you
definitely.
go.
Yeah. Mine actually try and does house calls.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Oh, definitely. Makes life a little bit
Oh,
easier sometimes.
yep. Okay, so lots and lots of tiny pieces.
I
Okay.
feel like most of the time nowadays, ever since I did that Love Gnome quilt of Andrea's, I feel like most of the time now I'm usually doing tiny pieces. Andrea, you made me addicted to tiny
Yep,
pieces,
little
girl.
pieces. You and me both. You know me in tiny pieces. There you go. All
Yes.
right. And how's your lion doing? You're working on a legit kit's lion that you decided to do in your own colors, which I thought was very, very brave of you.
Yes, it's actually hanging up here behind me. So this is I got first two rows completely done. I just gotta attach these two blocks to and then the first two rows be done. And I got the paper and everything all ready to go for the next row. So that way there I
That
can
is
start working
awesome.
on that later. Yeah, I'm like really determined that I am going to work hard and work a lot on the lion this year because he is going to be done before the end of this year. And then I'll be sending him out to get quilted because this will be going on mine and my husband's bed.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm working on Toasty, which is the Dragon by Legit kits, and I actually got this. There's 48 blocks. It's like what 8 rows, 6 across. Is that right? Yeah. I got the second block done, so I've only got 46 left to go. It's a retirement gift for my work mom, and she retires in 4 years, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to need all 4 years. Uh, we're having fun with it, so you'll get to
Well,
see
I
the
don't know. I
complete.
mean, as long as you keep doing good like you are right now and everything and keeping that momentum up, then I think you're going to be fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I kid about 4 years, but I don't have a. I'm not setting myself a timeline. I'm just saying, okay, it's done when it's done. We got to have some fun with it, and yeah,
Yes.
so far it's been good. I'm doing
And
better
if
than I
you
thought
get
I
to the
would.
good morning, Bettina. And if you get to the
Good.
point where you are getting a little burned out and everything, there's nothing wrong with putting it down and coming back to it later because that's what I did with the lion.
Oh, I do for sure. I mean, I find I could. I'm a traditional piecer at heart. I am a stitch and flip guy for sure. I can do my FPP. I work on that for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. After about that, I have to put it down and go away and come back to it. So yeah, it's definitely in bits and pieces, but that's okay. Some days I wake up and I go, hey, I want to work on Toasty. I feel like doing some FPP. And then other days I'm like, no, I want to work on something else. So yeah, if I worked on it exclusively, it'd get done a whole lot quicker. But yeah, my brain's just at this point, it's just not ready
Yeah, I
for
think
that yet.
unless you're someone like Donna or something like that, that like a mad passion for doing uh FPP, then I
Yeah.
don't think all day, every day is going to be a good thing.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of folks out there that love FPP, and that's what they rather do all day long, and that's fantastic. And I
Yeah,
think the
because I
more I
mean, for
do it,
one, the rest of us need those teachers.
oh for sure, yeah. And she's already told me, hey, um if you need help with anything with this, you have any questions, please reach out. Shannon over at Slay Arts, who's also a certified legit kits instructor, has told me the same thing. So far, and I'm very proud to say this, so far I have not had to go out and ask them for help. But it's nice having those options there if you ever need it.
Oh, definitely. Let's see.
Right. Why can I not spell? Good morning, Miss Laurie. It's good to see you. She was one of the other wonderful viewers I got to see last year at QuiltCon.
Oh, awesome sauce, Kathy. She said, Donnell, this must be the year for bed quilts. I will be starting one soon too, but not the lion. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this, and I need to do a video about this. Like, I'm thinking it'd be fun to put out, like, like 5 things I wish I knew about legit kits before I started and so forth. Or, I don't know. I've got ideas in my head I have to come out with and then record it and make it sound halfway decent and stuff. But I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I was talking to someone just about this time last year, and I was like, I'm really at the point where I'm ready just to give the pattern away and not even deal with it. Like, I just had very little desire to do it, but so many people are encouraging me to do it. They wanted to see Toasty come to life. So I
Yeah, and I
finally got
was
the
one of
fabric.
them that was like, you got to at least give it a try.
I know, and I did, and I really am enjoying it. Like, again, I can't do it for a long period of time, and come back in 6 months and it might be totally different. I may have a whole day where I just want to do nothing else but work on Toasty. But at this point, I'm thinking, the 30, 45 minutes here and there, I do, like, because it's really how they do it. Let me just grab one of the pattern pieces real quick. I like how it's laid out. Let me just grab the next.
And I've already had to pull out your bestest friend ever.
Like, they have the page like this, and it's very, very easy to follow, because you got what number it is, and then the little letters of the whatever color it is, like the BY is a certain color, AA, and it's all interchangeable between their projects. And you can use your own color. It's very, very, very well done. So there you go. Laurie is asking, has anyone seen the guy from the Legit Kits on Shark Tank last night? I have not watched that yet. It's on Hulu right now. I had to wait till 8 because I missed the broadcast of it. But it comes on at 8 o'clock, and I figured, okay, well, I could be late for the live, or I could come on and see y'all. So we'll watch that later. But apparently he made a deal with the Sharks, which is really, really cool.
Oh,
Donna
awesome
has
sauce.
actually, yeah. So that's the spoiler alert. If you haven't seen that yet, I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal is, so it's not like I can spoil that part of it. But Donna actually had him on her channel once with an interview, and that was really, really neat. That was like, what, 12, 18 months ago, I think it was. Good morning, Miss Amber from the Cheeky Quilters. It's good to see you.
Good morning,
So,
Amber.
yep, Miss Amber's here. Did anyone else pop in that I missed?
See, did you say hi to Andy? True Blue Quilts?
Yes, she was here earlier. So,
okay.
Yeah, Miss Andy's a good mate of mine. She was here with me 2 weeks ago.
Yep,
And when I first you must have missed it, I think, but when I first put the guest link in, I forgot to update it, so put out her information instead of yours.
Oh, so you did it again. Oh no,
I'm
this
telling you,
morning.
yeah, I'm a hot mess. I'm telling you, if you're looking for perfection or something where there's no goof ups, I'm sorry, you're not in the right place. Yeah,
No,
so apparently,
I was watching that morning. I was just busy with the dogs and all, so I said hi when I first came in, but I think you missed it. And
probably
then, which is
did.
totally fine because I know how it gets and everything. And then I was just listening with my earbuds the rest of the time while getting the dogs taken care of, making coffee, the whole morning ritual before the live.
Yep, understand that. Okay, yeah, so let's see. Okay, so the Shark Tank last night was Mike. I can't remember his last name now. Mike from Legit Kits, the founder, the guy. Yeah, he went on there to make a pitch to try and get some revenue. Like, you know how Shark Tank works. Anyway, so he went on there, and yeah, apparently he made a deal with one of the sharks. Which one it is, I don't know. How much it was for, I don't know. It's on. Should be on
That's the part
Hulu
you're
this
just gonna have to
morning.
go watch and see.
Yeah, I think it's on. What is it? ABC. I think is the channel it broadcasts on. Look up Shark Tank.
Yeah, I think it was, if I remember correctly, I believe it was ABC.
Yeah. So yeah, if you Google it, it'll tell you. As I said, I know it's on Hulu, but it didn't release until 8 o'clock this morning Eastern. So once you finish watching here, if you have Hulu, duck over there real quick and go see what's going on now. Please
But
try
make
not
sure
to
you're
put
done in
spoil.
time to come back and watch me on my
Yeah,
live.
there you go. Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, it's only good like a 5 minute set. Just scroll to the right sec. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Donnell will be back at 10 this morning Eastern. So yeah, definitely come back and check out her channel and that sort of thing there. Okay, all right. Let's see. Chloe says she started an FPP project and my first block had plaited in it. I had to make sure I had to make certain pieces twice because I mixed up the placement. Oh wow, yeah. My advice for, and this is one of the first tips I'd give anybody that tries FPP for the first time, is start with solids or batiks, because that way you don't have to worry about fabric placement. You don't have to worry about right and wrong sides or anything else like that. I think that's one of the smart things that legit kits did was do everything is like in their kits, it's all solids. I think it works out really, really well that way. So, and yeah, definitely get the kit the first time. Like
Yeah,
trying
where
to,
like with mine, I'm using all like with mine, I'm actually doing all prints.
oh
And
wow.
so it's like I'm just having to be very careful of the orientation. And like one good thing is if you pin it where the stitch line is and then open it up, that way there you can make sure it's pointing the correct direction before you start sewing.
I mean, too, even with the solids and that, I'm still flipping it. Like I'm the world's slowest person at doing this. Like I am checking it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before I stitch it because I do not want to have to pull out my very, very bestest friend and rip it out. And so far, touch wood, I have not had to do that yet. So that is really, really cool. Okay,
Yeah,
so
me and your best friend are very well acquainted this morning already.
yeah, Andy says she has another Judy Niemeyer quilt waiting, but need to finish some others first. Yeah, Donna talked me into buying one of those a couple of years ago. We're supposed to do like a sew along together with her and her viewers and that sort of thing there. I don't think she's gotten to it yet, and that thing scares the pants off me. So if she never gets to it, I wouldn't be too sad. Anyway, there we go. All right. Yeah, avoid directional prints, definitely. Andy's saying, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Until you get once you get comfortable with it and you know what you're doing, yeah, branch out, do your prints, do your directional fabrics, go to town, have some fun with it. I am doing batiks for the horns on this dragon, and it's looking fantastic. I'm so glad I branched
Oh,
out and
it
did
is
it that way. Yeah,
gorgeous.
you got a sneak peek at that. Well, actually, a lot of you've
Yes.
seen it in the last couple of weeks. It's looking fantastic, but I would not want to go to like someone was saying the other day, like I probably, it would be good to see me do all batiks with that. And I actually considered that, but some people with experience warned me against that for my first go, and I'm really glad I'm glad I listened to that because yeah, it's until I know what I'm doing and knowing how it all goes together, I don't want to branch out too much. But I think doing the batiks for the
Yeah, so this lion is actually my very first time actually trying doing a legit kit this much. Like I had the vortex and I started working on that and using their fabrics and everything, but with a lion, I chose to order just the paper pattern and I'm doing it all from my stash. So I
yeah, that's
figured
what
out, okay, I wanted to do it in the Detroit lion colors, which is blue, silver, white, black. And I went through my stash and pulled out all those colors and then took the colored pattern page and I took it to my laser printer and copied it in black and white. So that way there I can find out the light, medium, and dark values.
Oh, okay, that's an idea.
And then from there, I figured out my color placement, which is what I'm getting along with so far and everything. And so far, I'm very happy with how it's coming.
That's awesome. Yeah, it looks like a few people have um done these before, which is good. Lana is here from Oklahoma. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lana.
Yeah,
I
Susan
hope that
says
answered
two of
your
the Judy
question,
Nemo.
Melanie.
Hang on a second. Where was I? Yeah, Susan said two of the Junior Nehemiah kits she bought batiks for. That is awesome. Yeah, there's another legit kit that I'm actually looking at buying the pattern for probably next month when I'm at the show if they have it in stock. I figure if it's there, I'm meant to have it. And that one I do plan on doing on my own with my own fabrics again because that's how I did Toasty, and I want to do that with one with all batiks. But the pattern I'm looking at, I think would do very, very well with batiks and would look absolutely amazing. So stay tuned for that. To see
Are
how that
you
one
going to
works
give
out.
us a little
No,
thank you, Molly? Are you going to tell us which one? Or are you going to make us wait?
I'll make you wait. I can't give. I might tell you later on, but I think it'd
Okay.
be fun to let everybody wait. And
Na, na,
speaking
na,
of
na, na,
waiting,
na.
I am anxiously
Hey,
waiting by
Heather.
my mailbox each week, each day to see when my what's it called, Puzzle Mystery Quilt shows up, the new
Oh my
one.
gosh. I am like so excited. I cannot wait to get those fabrics in my hand.
Well, those ship out to everybody on the 7th of February, so it's like just under 2 weeks away for everybody. Well, the best they can, sometimes they hit delays, but they'll try and get them out to you as quickly as possible. If there is delays, I don't know what colorway I'm doing yet. I have
Heather, I did not watch it yet, but I will be watching it on Hulu later on today.
Yeah. Good morning, Miss Heather. Yeah, I'm excited to see which colorway they have assigned for me. I have an idea in my head which one they've given me. Because I did tell them I was up for anything. And I said that my least favorite was, hang on, let me go look it up now because now I can't remember what it's called. What's the name of the place? Cotton Cuts. Okay, so I'm starting to do process eliminations. I'm starting to see what the other ambassadors are getting. And so I know they're probably not going to give me Starling, which is the purple petites, as they said I've already done that. The Phoenix I thought was going to be an option, but they already have an ambassador for that one. I don't know
Do
what
they have
Ian's
an
doing. I
ambassador for
don't.
Rosefinch?
Sorry?
Do they have an ambassador yet for Rosefinch?
No, and I think that's what they're going to give me because I told them that was the one that was my least favorite.
It'd
But
be
I would
funny
be,
if they, I hate to say it, Sean, but it'd be funny if they did because me and you both chose the same colorway for a Tree of Life, which was Purple Mist. So it'd be funny if we both did the same colorway again this time because I
I
chose
think,
Rosefinch.
okay, you watch that's what they give me because I told them, I said, look, that's my least favorite, but I'm willing to, if that's what you want to do for me, I'm willing to do it. And it might be good for me to be pushed out of my comfort zone. And then they put a
Yes.
post out. Yes, they put a post out yesterday that said, hey, it's Cotton Cut. Sean said it was Cotton Cut's choice, and his quote is, "I'm game for anything." So, am I taking that as a clue that Rosefinch is coming my way? I think so, because the other option I thought that they might send me was Raven, which is the black and white, and that thing is gorgeous. Like I'd be ecstatic if I got that one there. But I saw Andrea over at Arkansas Girls is doing that one in the large. Now I'm doing a small, so they may double up on that one. I don't know, but yeah, I've got a feeling that
It would be
Rosefinch is coming my
so
way.
funny if we wind up doing the same colorway again.
Now I could log into my account and go look at it right now and see what it is. I've been warned
But
not
that's
to do that.
cheating.
I know it is cheating, and I want to so bad, but I'm going to be good and not do that. So, but we'll see.
I think if you do that, you owe us all a fat quarter.
I'm not. Yeah. That might be a good deterrent. Because what, there's 70 people watching right now. I'd be broke.
So Refruta, I am doing, I don't know if I said that right or not, and if not, I'm sorry. But I
Yes,
am
I meant
doing
to
the
say good.
small. I always choose the small because for one, the small is lap size for me.
Yeah, me too. I have done a large. Like what was it? The first three I did was small. They assigned me a large for Tree of Life. I loved that one. It was fantastic.
Oh,
But I
it
did,
came out so beautiful.
yeah, that one was amazing. Like what Purple Mist, I think it was called. That thing is
Yeah,
amazing. Like,
Tree
I'm
of Life
trying to
Purple
figure out
Mist.
a yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to make because I've got the border kits for it, which makes it queen size. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it king size to go on our bed. I like it that much. But I did ask them to assign me smalls going forward because Ian over at the Off Kilter Crafter does an amazing job with his tutorials. But
Yes.
they don't really have someone for the smalls. And I'm like, hey, I love working on the smalls. It works better for me, So I was like, assign me the smalls, let me do the tutorials. It's still a time lapse like I've done in the past, but a lot of people have come back to me, and Melissa was one of them that said, hey, I really like how you do this, and it's helped me get these things together. So yeah,
Fat quarters for
I
all.
think it's
Fat
fun.
quarters for all.
Yeah. Lana says it'll be mean if they gave you the least favorite, but a little funny since you said you wouldn't mind me push out a couple. I don't think it'd be me. I really would be okay with it. I told him that. I said, look, do what do what you think's best. Do what is best for you. Give me one that none of the other ambassadors have asked for. And it might, I may go through this process and go, hey, this is actually pretty cool. Like I may do it again. So,
Mhm.
I am, honestly, all kidding aside, I'd be happy with whatever they send me. And and we'll just see what happens. And a lot of times, like you look at the colorways, and it's the finished product is so different to the little circle thing that you see at the beginning. So there we go. Yes, I think they should do that. Heather says Cotton Cuts needs a dealer's choice option. They can call it Surprise Me. I think that'd be fun. Like if you were willing to be silly like me and just let them pick for you.
Definitely.
Sorry, did I do too many of these? I did. Ah, whoops.
Oopsies.
That's all right. I've only got one to rip out. That's not too bad. Yeah, so no, Zaza says I'm not going to admit looking, even if I do. No, I mean, especially now that I have this hanging over my head, and I'm not going to look like I am not that good an actor. Like, but my plan is once it arrives in my mailbox, I'll schedule a quick impromptu live, depending on what day of the week it is. Because if it's on Friday night, I'm not competing with Becca, because why would you? And that sort of thing there. So we'll have to see. Okay, yeah, Lana says sometimes turns out to be a good thing to be pushed out of a comfort zone. For sure. I mean, and that's one of the reasons I had Amber from So Majestic pick my colorway last time, and that's why I had Cotton Cuts do it. Because it's nice being able to pick your own colorway, but as an ambassador, I think it's fun to say, hey, surprise me, do something different, give me something I haven't done before. Like I've always worked with batiks on the puzzle mystery quilts, and when Wild West she picked something totally different, and I've loved every minute of it. I wouldn't have picked it for myself, and I'm almost certain whatever they send me this time is not something I picked for myself. So it's great to be pushed out of your comfort zone and try something different. I totally agree with that. So no, Donna, stop trying to influence me to do bad things. We're not doing that.
Bad girl, Donna. Bad girl.
So there you go. There was a question. There was a thing here. Oh, what was I? Yeah. So once it comes in, we'll do a live or a premiere or something. Actually, we'll do a live. I think it'll be easier. And you'll all get to see when it is. I don't know when it's showing up. I can't go look at the tracking, because when I look at the tracking, I'll know what it is. So you'll have to be patient with me. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna have some. Okay, so do I like surprises, or are you one of those people who shakes presents by walking by the Christmas tree? It depends. It really does.
I'm a shake the presents type of person.
Yeah, they are. Bonjour to Miss Nadine. We've got Miss Nadine watching here from France. It's always good to see Nadine.
Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Yeah, that. I read French a whole lot better than I speak it. So
I took French in high school, so there's only a couple of phrases I can remember, because I don't ever use it. But it's still nice to once in a while be able to.
Yeah, I actually had someone call me the other day at work, and that was their, what was it? Tu parles de français or whatever it was. I'm like, no, I don't.
Oh, parlez-vous français?
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
he's like,
asking you
okay,
if
I'll
you
speak to you.
French. Yeah, they're
Thankfully,
asking
he's
if
like,
you speak French.
yeah, I knew that. Like that part, I understand. Like not an issue. And I was like, no, I only speak English. He's like, okay, I'll talk to you in English, no problem. Like, and he was a very, very nice gentleman. And I was thankfully able to help him out, because there was quite a serious issue.
Good morning, Rob.
But yeah, no, there was another guy called me up, I don't know, a year or two ago at work, and he started talking to me in French, and I'm like, I was able to respond in French, hey, I don't speak French. And he was like, dude, I'm just messing with you. I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah. I was like, oh, great, here we go.
Good morning, Ingrid and Lori, Quilt in the Country.
Yes, thank you. It's good to see you. Good morning, Miss Ingrid. all the cool kids are here today. Good morning, Mr. Roberts.
Yeah,
Good
we
to
got
see you.
second shift
Says
showing up now.
I know. Yeah, all the folks that slept in are here, which is good. Hey, you can always sleep in. There's no judgment here. I'm happy that you're here, whether you show up at 7:30 in the morning or 10 o'clock at night. If you want to watch the replay and that works better for you, that is great as well. Like it is awesome. Okay, let's see.
So do you guys want to
Yeah, I
hear a
usually
funny
don't.
story that I used to do to my brothers when I took French?
Uh-huh.
So when I was taking my French class and everything, my first year, learning how to say good morning, hello, which is bonjour, comment allez-vous.
Right.
And I used to walk up to my brothers because they did not have a clue. My two younger brothers, they had no clue what I was saying. I would go, bonjour, comment allez-vous? And they would go running off to mom, telling mom that I was saying something really nasty or whatnot. I'm
Yeah,
like, Mom, all I did is say hi, ask them how they're doing.
yeah. It's how you say it that makes a difference. You don't know. Yeah, I
But it was
never
so funny because they always picked on me since they were boys. And granted, I was 5 years older, but still. And it was just a wonderful way for me to get back at them.
yeah. Susan says her foreign language in school was German. Me too. I took 4 years of German in high school. I found that one was easier for me because in our high school we had the options of German, French, and Italian, and then after I left, Japanese. We didn't learn Spanish because there was really no point. Like the nearest Spanish-speaking person to most people in Australia is on the other side of the Pacific. So, um, we learned the other ones. Japanese would have
Yeah.
been cool to learn.
Spanish would have been the more logical one for me to choose, but I chose French because my dad's side of the family is French Canadian.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so I chose that, so that hoping that would be something that we could bond over, because my dad's side of the family and myself were always estranged.
Yeah,
But that didn't work out. So I know
at
French.
least you tried.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to slowly learn French because I work. Some of my customers are in Quebec, so thankfully they all speak English. But it'd be kind of fun to talk to them in French sometimes. But that's a long way off. Spanish, I am hopeless at. Good golly, like even when I speak it, my accent just butchers it. So
Yeah, I had a coworker that taught me how to say one moment, because I had to work with or speak with a lot of people that speak Spanish. So
yeah,
she taught me how to say that, which was like really easy, on a momento.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, good. That way I can be able to at least tell them, oh, hold on a moment, why go get a translator.
I just say mi habla no español. That works for me. Like,
See, I don't even know that much.
yeah, I learned very. Let's see. Hang on. What did I do here? All right. So our poll is ended. It looks like most people like traditional, even though I misspelled it. Um,
Heather says, my typical response first thing in the morning, I am awake. If you want bright-eyed and bushy tail, go catch a squirrel.
there you go. I like that. I love Heather. She always comes up with the best things like that.
Oh my gosh, I know. Oh, she cracks me up during my live streams.
Yeah, she's amazing. I love Heather.
Yes.
All right, Mama says, have you ever showed the turtle behind you close up? I see her moving around behind you all the time, and she fascinates me. I have in the
Right?
past. I need to clean a tank, so I'm not willing to do it right now. But yeah, I have in some of my weekend reviews back in some of the earlier episodes. I do show her, and I need to show her again really quick. But yeah, she is. She started off life as a classroom turtle at my wife's school, and she came home that summer, and I decided that she needed to be a home turtle. So
Aw.
she's been here ever since. I think we got her. Grady, the kids are graduated because one of Lorenzo's classmates came over here one night last year, and They were seniors last year, and then apparently Rowena, our turtle behind us, was in their 6th grade class. So we've had her for 6 years, and
Oh,
so
wow.
that would have been not long after my brother passed away, and he absolutely loved turtles and tortoises. So kind of Rowena's my connection to him, and so that was one reason I decided she needed to be a home turtle. Plus, you know, she wants to be fed every day, and I wasn't going to the school every day to go feed her. So, but yeah, she's very happy here. She's very, very popular on the channel. I love that everybody loves Miss Rowena. So I get
Oh
comments
my
all the
gosh.
time like,
Yes, Heather, you crack me up every morning. I always cannot wait to get into the squirrels group to see what craziness you're posting that day.
yes, that is awesome. Susan says her choice was because her brother was taking Spanish. My sister was taking Russian. I do wish I'd taken Spanish now, as many immigrants from Mexico here. Yeah, I wish I could speak
Yes.
Spanish. Like, it's just my accent butchers it. And one of my classmates went over, I saw it on Facebook one time, and he said, you know, I went over to, I think he went to Chile or something like that. And he's like, nobody over there can understand me. I'm like, yeah, good luck on that one. Like, so yeah, it's, yeah, the Australian accent in the Spanish language, especially the Latin Spanish, um, does not bode well for each other. So I'm going to stick, I do okay with German. Um, actually, was talking to someone. I actually had somebody from Germany once when I was in Australia. Thought I was from Germany. They asked me what part of Germany I was from. I'm like, never been there. So I guess my pronunciation's doing okay. All right, how long do turtles live? I've heard they
It
live
all
40, 50
depends.
years.
Yeah,
I
it all
mean, it,
depends on the, I guess you could say, breed of turtle.
yeah, but I think they're supposed to live 40 or 50 years. So Rowena could outlive me, like,
Rowena could be an inheritance to whoever.
yeah, you never know. So, but no, we've had her for, geez, yeah, I think this will be year number 7. So, and she was a little turtle when we got her. Okay, so I've been working here for an hour now, and I have made some of these. I haven't done a whole lot of work, but whoop,
Oh,
there we go.
wow.
Yeah, so tiny, tiny pieces.
Yes.
All right, so we got that going on. Okay.
Yeah, I think I was being way too optimistic this morning when I brought 2 projects with me just in case.
I always bring way too much. I did it deliberately because I did not want to. I've done it once or twice where I thought, okay, well, it'll take me an hour and a half to do this, and it's taken me 30 minutes.
Yeah, because
And
I got
so,
12 of these crazy triangles or squares. And this is the first one I gotten done. I got to do 12 of these. I'm now attaching this half to this half.
oh, okay. There you go.
But I'm getting there.
Yeah. But I think it's good too, like to bring too much as well, because, you know, if you don't get it finished, then, you know, you can always just do it afterwards. Like,
Oh, definitely.
yeah. Heather says we need a Rowena cam. That'd be a good idea. I don't know. Maybe one day Rowena will get her own channel. I don't know how interesting that would be, but
I don't know. Everybody keeps asking for a quasar cam too. And I'm like,
yeah.
that's not going to happen right now. Maybe one day, but not right now.
Yeah. I do need to include it more in the weekend review, you know, just take a few shots for here and there. That might be a good idea. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Yeah, and I also made a big boo boo with this last night. I was cutting out the fabric for this, and I am using, where did it go? The background for this is a light, it's like a mid blue. It's a very pretty blue. And I'm cutting out some of this fabric for it. And then I realized after I cut it all out that there's no contrast between the background and the blueberries. So this is why some of these blueberries are more purple, because I went and found some more fabric that's not the same color. So
Yeah.
note to everybody, check your background color before you cut out the foreground in case it's too close. I realized afterwards, like I cut everything out and I'm like, oh, hang on, this is too close to the background. Whoops. So yeah, my blueberries are going to be
Whoopsies.
more purple, but you know, that's okay. You know, live and learn, right?
Yes. Very much so. Sometimes more than
Oh,
we wish.
yeah. Hey, you know what? You admit your mistakes and you move on. Okay, Lana says she likes tiny pieces. I'm doing vintage Christmas and 6-inch blocks. I don't think I've ever cut 3/4 inch pieces before that. I don't think I ever have. I think the 1-inch square, and I've made those into half square triangles for the scarecrow. But yeah, that's as small as I've gotten. Yeah, so that'd be amazing. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
so
think this will.
lately I've actually been challenging myself, where if a pattern states like like a 7/8 or 1/8 or something like that, I'm actually cutting it to that
Yeah,
because it's pushing my limits to force me to be more consistent with my stitching.
yeah, and that's very, very important.
Because
There you
usually
go, Ingrid.
I used to just like round up.
This is me 100% from Ingrid. She says here, I always think I'm faster than I really am at completing tasks. That is definitely me. Like I sit there and I tell myself, okay, it's going to take me an hour to make this block. 2.5 hours later, I'm still working at it. So, yeah,
Bye, Annette.
definitely. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us, Annette. It's always good to see you and have you as part of the channel here. Hope you enjoyed what you saw so far. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, she's actually not too far away from me, like a couple hours.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got a few viewers that are nearby. Is there anyone else here in the Virginia or the North Carolina area? I'd love to know. Because if you are, you should all come up to the Mid Atlantic show in next month and hang out. That would be fun. Good morning, Miss Candace. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Candace.
We are making progress on this wonderful blueberry, which is good. Good morning, Deb. It's good to see you as well. Again, if you have a channel, you want to put your link in, you should have. Oh, hang on. There we go. I'll get it right in a minute. Yeah, go ahead and put it in. It should be a exclamation point and your first name if we have you in the system, and if not, we'll get you in as soon as we can. All right, Lori says she's out in the central western part of the Virginia, if I remember correctly. So Donnell's put her link in. Yeah, feel free to do so. I am more than happy to help you all with that. Why do I have 5 of these? Must have cut one too many. That's a good problem to have. Where is the Mid Atlantic Show being held? It's going to be at the Hampton Convention Center in Southeast Virginia. So not far from me at all. On the other side of the water. It's got to jump on the interstate, go through the tunnel, down the road, and there I am. I think it's like 20, 25 minutes. So yeah, I can have my live here on the Saturday morning and then go straight to the show and be there pretty quickly. Candace says no sewing today. Have Christmas tree stuff down. Yeah, I put mine away a few weeks ago, thankfully. Although once I left it up and tried to tell my wife it was an Easter tree, but she wasn't going for that one. So
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get mine down because the cats would not leave it alone. They started
I,
chewing on the garland.
well, my 2 dogs decided they wanted to they kept walking underneath the Christmas tree, knocking off the bottom ornaments. So there you go.
Animals are
Lana
so kooky.
says I wanted to make a 1-inch postage stamp quilt when I first started quilting, so I hand cut all the pieces 1 inch. I didn't realize back then that I had to add seam allowances and they would finish at 1/2 inch. Good gravy. Yeah, that would be intense. Thankfully, I would have to say somewhat smart when I started. I started off with like a 6.5 inch square patchwork. I figured, okay, I don't have anybody here to teach me except YouTube. So I started with something simple. Like I admire those that go out with their first quilt and do something complicated. Like more power to you. I'm proud of you. You're braver than me. But I decided to go slow and steady because it just worked for me. All right.
Good
Kathy
morning,
says her Christmas
Kathleen
decks
and
right.
Michelle.
Yep, Miss Mich. Yep, good to see you both. I like having you on because you do all the chat for me. Like I don't miss as much.
Oh no. Let's see, can I?
What's wrong there?
I boo-booed. And I can't even
Yes,
put
skill
it.
building
I
for
can't even put
sure.
it somewhere else. I did a kerfuffle.
Whoops. That's all right. It happens. Yeah, because I've
Yeah.
seen some people
Looks like Jack
do.
is coming back to play with me.
Yeah, because I mean, I've seen some people start off with a legit kit, or they've started off like somebody did the Alice in Wonderland Art East so long as their first quilt. I was like, good, great. But I think a lot of those folks have a friend or a relative or somebody that can sit there and teach them how to do all that stuff. I was like, I'm just not. I want to encourage myself. I don't want to get frustrated and throw it all in the trash and walk away. So that's why I started. That's why I went. That's why I started simple, and I'm glad I did. You know, I just slowly built myself up. You know, I'd start something simple, and then I'd try something a little more complicated. And there was one pattern I did very close to the beginning of my story, the bear paw quilt, and I started that, and I just could not get all these themes to line up, and I put it away for a couple of years and came back to it and finished it. And I'm so glad. You know, it was a good learning experience. You know, so
Oh,
all that good
definitely.
stuff there. All right, let's see. Good morning, Miss Janice. It's good to see you. Good morning, Kathleen, and anybody else that I missed. Trying to see if I can get one of these blueberries made before we go. Pieces go. Hang on. What am I missing? We got that and that, that and that. Goose something up here. But that's okay. Yeah, Sandy said she started Simple Bean on YouTube, University Quilter. Yeah, that's definitely me too.
Yes.
So, oh, that's why I have. Okay, I know what I did wrong now. That explains why I had 5 of them. Okay, where's my friend Jack? Apparently, welcome to the Brekkie with the guy who sews, sponsored by Jack the Ripper. Apparently, we're both bringing them out today in force, but that's okay.
He's feeling extra neglected by both of us this week, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I've had to pull it out this week at all, so I guess I'm making up for lost time.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of prepping this week, and also I've not had to pull him out at all since I haven't really been doing any sewing other than my live streams.
I've
And I
done a
can't
lot
remember
of
if I had to
sewing,
pull
and
him out on Wednesday night or not.
I've done a lot of sewing. I've just been really, really careful about it. But this morning, and this is why I don't do a lot of these more complicated patterns on a live, because this is what happens. But
Well,
that's okay.
I'm on crunch time for my squirrel block, so I'm like, okay, I got to get this done so I can get it turned in on time.
Oh, I hate deadlines. Like this time last week, I had not purchased the backing fabric for that quilt that I finished. I had not, obviously, I still had the base, make the quilt sandwich, quilt it, bind it, and everything else. And that was, I think, Saturday, 1 o'clock, I was at the quilt store buying fabric. Ah, speaking of which, it was so funny. I took the quilt top to the shop so I could try and find a nice background for it. And the nice lady cut my fabric was looking at it, and she's like, "Oh, would you mind if you showed my beginners class this?" I was like, "Sure, I don't care." Yeah, so she had me show the quilt top to everybody there. I was like, "I can't go anywhere." I thought it was sweet. She thought it was really neat too that it was a gentleman quilter. Like I guess they don't get a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
Some of the stores I go to have a few, but I guess I'm still a novelty out there. Because I went to the smaller store that's closer to the house because I didn't feel like driving 45 minutes to Fabric Hut. All right. All right. Aaron Fruiter says my first quilt was a queen size double Irish chain. Good gravy. Good for you. I am proud of everybody that challenges themselves the first time. You know, I really am. Like, I just wasn't willing to do that.
I hear you. My first one was a no pattern. I just took 3 different types of fabric. It's the one I did for my mom. The blue daisy is like a blue, green, and a white on the front, and daisy on the back. And yeah, I had no pattern. The blocks I made were not equal in size on both sides, so everything was hodgepodge put together. It was a complete utter disaster, but mom loved it, and now she's asked for a new one.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, because her favorite color is purple, so I'm thinking I might wind up giving her the barge yellow.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that to Auntie Donna to quilt for me and everything as soon as I get the extra money for it and all. And then that way afterwards I can be able to find it and quilt it, or bind it and give it to Mama. Because her favorite color is purple, and that one there is nothing but purple.
Awesome. All right.
She just doesn't know this yet, and it's going to be a surprise. I'm thinking maybe a Christmas present for her.
There you go. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I still have half of my first quilt top here because I tried doing it double-sided and realized very quickly that was not a smart idea. So
yeah,
I've
never tried that because to me that just sounds way too complicated to try to keep everything straight on both sides.
Yeah. I was mentioning that on the video a week or two ago, and someone came back in the comments and said the solutions. Oh, no, they emailed me. It was my friend Pat from Brave by Nature, and she sent me an email and said the solution to double-sided quilts is send it to a long arm. And I'm like, there you go. That is the answer. I like that. Some people can do it quite successfully.
Heather says, I use Jack enough for both of you, but I have been salvaging long arming cutoffs that I got back from a few. Oh, okay. She's been salvaging the long arm cutoffs that she got back.
Oh, okay.
I misread that at first. I thought she meant that she had to try and take stitching out of a long arm. I was like, oh no.
Oh, that's sad. Lana says here that during the road to Oklahoma shop hop one year, a lady working at one of the quilt shops told my son that men don't sew. He went to the car and got his flannel quilt top and showed her what he made. Well, good for him.
Yes. Lana, I am proud of him.
Yeah.
Do not let people deter you.
I think it depends on the area. Like, you know, because we've talked about this before. I think like Eric out at Treasure Heart Creation says, like, you know, sometimes there's a negative stigmatism for men quilters. And he was asking me about it. And I'm like, no, everybody out here in Virginia loves that I do it. You know, so I think, but just ignore them. You know, like there's some old fuddy-duddies out there and they don't know what they're talking about. So don't ever let them.
Well, it's just like no matter where you go, you're always going to get those negative Nellies. It's like what I call them.
Yeah.
And the best thing you can do, prove them wrong.
Yep. So there you go. But no, I've had nothing but positivity. You know, like the last week, that lady was so ecstatic to see that I was quilting, and she wanted to show her class. You know, what can be done, and I thought that was really sweet of her. So yeah, as I said, I've had a very, very positive experience, but that has not been the case for everybody, unfortunately. So apparently, Andy has a date with Jack as well. So.
I'm sorry, Andy.
So today, okay, so
name and everybody's got to bring him out now.
All right, so this might be a public service announcement for today. Cut fabric, clean your sewing room. Don't sew if you don't want to pull out Jack, because apparently he is out in force. It's National Jack Appreciation Day. Apparently, nobody told us. So
Jack was keeping it secret.
Jeez. Okay. So with that, let's see, where are we at?
I
Kathleen
don't
says
know.
I do double-sided for co-worker zero tie. That is awesome. I actually planned out, I was telling Donnell about this earlier. I've actually planned out the quilts for the next few people at my department that are going to retire in the next few years. I figured I better get ahead of the game because I don't like deadlines. So I've got some quilts coming up that will have a home. It's kind of nice them having a home before I make them. So you'll all get to see that at some point. It might be anytime soon because I've got a couple of years. But this has turned out
Oh,
really,
good. So
really
I got a little
nicely.
bit of a notice before I got to do the label for you.
Yes. Oh, they all loved your label. They all thought that was
Oh,
the
good.
greatest
I'm
thing.
glad.
They're like,
Yeah,
"Did
I'm
you do that?" I was
actually,
like, "It's like no."
yeah, I'm actually thinking about starting to make those like in a generic way and selling them, and then also offer the more personalized ones.
I think I don't know, and it's up to the audience, of course. But I'm thinking, I think the personalized way would be the better way to go.
Well, I figure out to
Yeah,
offer both. So that way there,
yeah,
if someone wants to just buy it in bundle and then Sharpie the information on it, then they can.
yeah. That's true. I could not find my labels the other day. That made me really sad because I was going to put my label on, like the guy who sews label on it, and they've disappeared. They'll probably reappear this afternoon, but I was like, whatever. It just wasn't meant. I looked for an hour, and then I decided, well, if it doesn't show up, it wasn't meant to be. So this is my blueberry. I just got to put the little things around the edge.
Oh, wow.
So there
Is
you
that a
go.
star?
Yes, it's
I
basically a
love
star.
that.
There we go. Yeah, so we'll have some background fabric here, so it kind of cuts it off.
That is awesome. I love it. And that is super tiny.
It is. It measures out. Good golly, 2.5. It's a 2.5 inch square, basically.
Okay.
So there we go. I'm going to sew this last seam, and then I think we'll do.
Start the 20-minute goodbyes.
Yeah, our stop and goodbye. Okay. All right, let me just grab this real quick, and then yeah, we'll go ahead and say goodbye. We'll start saying farewell to everybody because it's. I know you have to go get ready for your live. I can't keep you late.
Yeah, it's bad when the hostess is late.
I know, right? I don't like being late for anything. So,
Yeah,
and then
I
yeah, I'm like,
half the time I'm like, okay, I'll be right with y'all.
I'm usually right on. Like, I'm usually starting right on time, thankfully.
For me, it's usually like, okay, occasionally it's like either like I gotta do it quick, all of a sudden emergency bathroom, or one of the dogs got to go outside really quickly.
Yeah, thankfully, I get up at like 6:30. I feed the dogs. I send them outside, and then usually right after that, they go to sleep. So, and then this is the second one. Looks very, very similar. It's actually more purple, in person than it is on the camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the camera it looks very blue,
Yeah, it's
which
more
is
like a
which
very.
looks good too. So I mean, you can still see the differentiation of the color. So
Yeah, I just needed the difference in the color, and so these work out. And that's why I went to this purple, and I think it turned out really, really nice. So, all right, well, thank you for joining us, Miss Joyce. It's good to see you. Okay, let's see. New holiday, hopefully just one day. Yeah, yeah. Jack Appreciation Day is only one day a year. He does not need any more than that. Um, there we go. So,
I
Andrea
got
said when she was
my
teaching
bottom row
kids.
done.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's gonna wind up being let's see. Yep, that one's coming out perfectly in size. I can't give out measurements or anything because it's not mine. So
Yeah. Like Chloe says, her 4-year-old son likes to sew with her, which is awesome. Andrea says when she was teaching kids to quilt, she taught several preteen boys how to quilt. Kim moves over at Cotton Cuts. Her son Dominic is the boy who sews. He really likes to quilt. Yeah, I'm seeing
Yep.
more and more boys and men starting to quilt, which is really, really cool. So
I
Alana
love it.
says that her son is mentally disabled. I was mad at her, but so proud of him. To date, he's designed over 100 quilts. That is awesome. Really, really, really neat. So that is cool. Ingrid says the Mid Atlantic show is 3.5 hours from her, so it might be able to go check it out. Yeah, come on down and join us. That'd be really, really neat. Heather says her husband doesn't like to get to drive her van anymore since he made us all late for a very important event last year. I always give everybody the 15-minute thing. If I want to leave at 11, I tell them 10:45. So.
Oh no, see, in my household, whenever my sister-in-law and I have decided that whenever we want to be plan something, we tell my husband an hour in advance.
Oh, he's the late one?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm annoyingly early. I really am. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, Miss Kathy. It's good to see you. Good morning, Miss Rita. Thank you for popping in. Good morning, Miss Teresa. I think I caught everybody. So good.
So. I
Yeah,
think we actually
I've tried
did really good on keeping up today.
I know, and you've helped me out immensely with this too. So, what have you got going on? You have your live at 10, and then you'll be back tomorrow at 10 as well, correct?
Yep. So today on my live, hopefully I'll have this done beforehand. If not, I'll be finishing up this really quickly, which I'm sewing all the pieces together now. So I should have it done beforehand. If not, be finishing it up on my live. And then I'll be moving on to doing the next block of this here, which would be the next one right down here. And then tomorrow I will be working on hand quilting the next block into my grandmother's quilt.
That is awesome. And then I will have my podcast tomorrow, which I'm excited about because I have quite a bit to show everybody, which is neat. And then I really, really need to get day 12 of my 12 days of stitches out because that was supposed to be finished on the 24th of December and it's now the 25th of January. But we all work at our own pace, right? So because I was like, I could work on block.
If I had to work on someone else's pace, I would be in trouble.
Yeah, the one thing I do keep up with on time is the puzzle mystery quilt because as an ambassador and people need this, use it as a tutorial and that sort of thing there. I do that on the day it releases. But other than that, I just work at my own pace for pretty much everything. So there you go. Teresa says we have to tell my one, I'm guessing son, we were leaving 40 minutes earlier just to get her to be on time. Yeah. Thankfully the girls, Ali and Eva are really good. If I tell them, 11 o'clock, they're down here at 11, pretty much ready to go. Like they're both really good. That hasn't always been the case. Some of the other kids, you'd have to tell them 10 minutes, 15 minutes earlier, and then they caught on to that. So then you'd have to tell them 20, 30 minutes away, so there you go. Susan says, been enjoying this very early morning with you guys. Got another block quilted and started another hand quilting. And you very good. I'm so glad that,
awesome.
We can help you. When I'm in the chat of a live, I don't get anything done. I have to chat or I can sew. I can't do both. I have not been able to successfully do that. So there we go. But I'll be back tomorrow. I will get day 12 of the 12 days of stitches done very, very soon. And that'll be a lot of fun because I was like, I can do block 11, today. But I was like, I haven't shown anybody what block 11 is, which one was voted for. So I was like, well, I can't do that. So there you go. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, as Kathleen said a few minutes ago. And if you're watching the replay, say hi in the comments. Let us know what you thought, where you're watching from, and all that good stuff there as well. So it's always good to hear from you guys. I do read your comments. I reply to them as quickly as I can, but I don't know. It just seems it takes me a lot longer these days to reply, but it's definitely not being ignored. I just want to let you all know that. I hope to see you all tomorrow morning. Go check out Donnell's live at 10 a.m. After that, she'll have Russ at 11, Laura Lynn and Kent at 1 over at Mum and Pop Quilt Shop. Katie will be live at 4:30 from the Greenland Quilter, and I think Stephanie is off today because I think she's off cruising on a quilting cruise today. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
that
lots
lucky
of quilting.
girl.
I know, yeah. I think she's like teaching or presenting or something like that as well. So that is really, really cool because yeah, yeah, that's fun. I mean, maybe one day someone will call me and say, "Hey, Sean, do you want to go on a cruise?" I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." But I don't think that phone call is coming for any time, anytime soon. But you never know. So there you go.
Very true.
All right. Well, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always good interacting with each and every one of you, both in the live chat and the replay. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and try and keep Jack the Ripper or Jackie or whatever you call it. If you call it by swear words, that's okay too. In its little canister and not having to come out and play. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing and have a great weekend.
Hi, guys.